Afternoon monkeys, John from Yorkshire Monkey here. Hope you're doing well. Right, this one's from the Kent Online from the end of May, 30th of May, so it's just 2 months ago. A police sergeant who sent junior colleagues on personal errands to fix her iPhone and collect flooring she purchased from Wicks has avoided dismissal. Detective Sergeant Carolyn Brannan was found to have breached Kent Police's standards of professional behaviour, which amounted to gross misconduct at an online hearing. Earlier this month, the panel heard how the officer who was served at both Northfleet and Medway stations tasked junior officers with improper personal errands. On one occasion in February 2018, she instructed DC Max Bresnahan to drive 20 miles to take her mobile to the Apple store in Bromley and bring it back once repaired. According to the statement given by the former officer, he was told by DS Brennan that she had a job for him and was given keys to a police vehicle. He was told that if quizzed by store staff, he should say he was the officer's husband. In her response, the officer said that she had no clear recollection of these events and she believed DC Bresnahan either volunteered to take the phone or she had asked him to read as she was making inquiries in the area. Then on separate occasion, the following year, DS Brannan tasked another officer, PC Patterson, with accompanying her to a Wicks store in Maidstone to collect some flooring she had purchased. The junior colleague was required to accompany the officer and collected the order and then drop this off at the officer's home address, taking him away from his duties for a significant period. The facts of both incidents were admitted by DC Brannan. During the misconduct hearing, DS Brannan also faced allegations that she had claimed for hours not worked and at an accelerated rate despicable. Between May 2019 and November 2019, it was claimed the sergeant had made 12 overtime claims that were not legitimate. This was on a basis that the hours claimed were not or could not have been worked and an overtime rate was falsely claimed. So it's fraud as well. But in its conclusion, the panel decided on the balance of probabilities this allegation was not proven. Surprise, surprise. However, in another serious allegation, the panel heard how on 4 separate occasions the team supervisor was found to have disclosed confidential and sensitive information to colleagues concerning investigations into serving officers. Of these disclosures, the first involved a matter of which DS Brannan was the welfare officer for her colleague who was under investigation. It was further alleged that breaches were so serious as to amount to gross misconduct and therefore proven justified a dismissal. As Detective Sergeant with over 18 years policing experience, the officer set a very poor example through her actions, which amounted to gross misconduct, the panel heard. However, in considering the correct sanction to impose, the panel took into account several factors, including the circumstances such information was revealed. When giving evidence at the hearing, former DC Bresnahan confirmed that the first disclosure was made in response to questions the team had asked about the officers' concerned welfare. This was information that the panel was able to take into account in its later assessment of seriousness. It is also accepted that DS Brannan had been operating under stressful circumstances after she joined the rape investigations team April 2019. She said that she also demonstrated genuine remorse for what had occurred and had undergone additional training. As a result, DS Brannan was not dismissed, but handed a final written warning to remain on her file for 18 months. What? That long? 18 months? That's a long time, nobody ever said. Such an outcome would reflect the importance of upholding high standards in police, blah 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 blah. Following the conclusion of the hearing, former DC Bresnahan, who had given evidence to the panel, criticised the sanction imposed. He believes it was unduly lenient and his former supervisor, who he described as an imposing character and a rotten egg, should have been dismissed. And did a 20-page statement which has not been easy to do because I worked with DC Brennan for such a long period of time, the 35-year-old said. In that statement, he made a series of bullying claims and highlighted other elements of his former colleagues' conduct he says were not picked up. And while her conduct was not the sole reason for his departure from the force, he explained how her behaviour towards him and other colleagues contributed to toxic working conditions. The former officer added, "Before I left, I applied for a career break because it became a toxic environment. I could not carry on installing confidence in other people when this organisation didn't have my back." Superintendent John Phillips of Kent Police's Professional Standards Department said, "The vast majority of Kent police officers and staff hold themselves to the highest standards of professional conduct and serve the force with honesty and integrity. We take it very seriously on the rare occasion when someone's behaviour falls short of blah 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 blah." Well, there you go. So, fraud, misusing police vehicles, etc., and kept a job. Isn't that fabulous? Okay, monkeys, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down below what you think. I know you like the comments. Catch you soon. Stay safe.